now going to be talking about healthy fats. Fatty acids, let me explain, are classified according to the length of their chain. They're made up of long chains of carbon atoms, and they're also classified according to their degree of saturation. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a rundown on the different kinds of fats. Short-chain fatty acids are always saturated. They are a source of quick energy, and in fact they protect us against viruses. And because they are saturated with hydrogen, they're extremely stable and they don't go rancid. We then get medium-chain fatty acids, and these are the ones present in butter, fat, and oils. And they are a source also of quick energy, and in fact are also antimicrobial. That means they can kill viruses and bacteria. And being saturated, they're actually very stable. They don't go rancid. Long-chain fatty acids may be either saturated, monounsaturated, or polyunsaturated. So you can see that animal fats, being a mix of these fats, are in fact either neutral or can be beneficial, but none of these fats have been shown to be harmful to health. The very long-chain fatty acids tend to be highly unsaturated, and the well-known ones are members of the omega family, the omega-6 and the omega-3 fatty acids, or the N3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, as they are sometimes described. Now, these fatty acids are not very stable, and they can easily be damaged by oxidation. But, and this is the exception, they are potentially very healthy, since the body cannot make them, and yet the body needs them for building healthy cell membranes. Because we cannot manufacture these healthy oils, these healthy fats, we need to consume them in the diet. We actually don't need very much, but we do need them in the right proportion, since an imbalance can lead to very serious health disturbances. Omega-6 is a 22-chain fatty acid which derives from linoleic acid, a natural fatty acid plentiful in seeds and most plants. In fact, vegetable oils are very high in omega-6. Omega-3 is also a 22-chain fatty acid with a double bond at the third position on the chain, hence the name omega-3. More correctly, it is called DHA, or docosahexaenoic acid. It is also found in a 20-chain fatty acid called EPA, or icosapentaenoic acid. The omega-6 fatty acids derived from vegetable oils tend to promote inflammatory conditions in the body. On the other hand, the omega-3 fatty acids, which are derived chiefly from oily fish, tend to promote anti-inflammatory reactions in the body. And their wide range of benefits are likely to result from these anti-inflammatory effects. Some seeds like walnut and flax and chia are precursors of EPA, or echinacea-pentanoic acid, but large quantities are actually required if your body is in need of making more EPA. The ratio between omega-6 and omega-3 is very, very important and should ideally be in the proportion of perhaps 3-to-1 or 2-to-1. And if it is very high, studies show there is a greater risk for heart disease, and several diseases are in fact caused by an excess of inflammation and a very high ratio of 6 to 3. A lower ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 equates with a lower risk for disease. The American diet apparently is very high in vegetable oils, hence the omega-6 levels are very high in those diets. And the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 has been calculated to be about 22 to 1. An important fact is that these two fatty acids, the omega-6 and the omega-3, are dependent on the same set of enzymes for their production in the body. And they actually compete for these enzymes, so that too much of one may lead to a deficiency of the other. Now you can see then that the very high level of omega-6, which derives from the abundance of vegetable oils, can create an unhealthy balance in our diet. And the only way to restore a healthy balance is to consume less processed food, less vegetable oils, and on the other hand to increase either oily fish or fish oil supplements like EPA and DHA. Fortunately, these supplements are available in a purified form and should be consumed in a daily dose of about 1,000 milligrams if you want to enjoy the health benefits of their anti-inflammatory effects. I would recommend a product called More EPA, and it is available in formulations for adults and for children. In order to establish whether you are at risk of heart disease or any other disease caused by inflammation, you should have a blood sample taken to measure the ratio in your blood of omega-6 to omega-3. And I want to say more about this in the next section.